Welcome to Liquid Pro's Q&A. My name is Kieran and I'm going to go over some questions that our customers have asked us about the Liquid Pro marking system. Our first question comes from Mark out of Canada. He asks, how well does it work in cold weather? Well, this unit works very well in cold weather, but you've got to take some precautions. Paint will get cold just like aerosol cans. Once you hit about 40 degrees, or in your case, Mark, 4 degrees Celsius, you're going to see the paint exhibit some issues with the quality of the line width. In this case, take the cartridge out and swap it out for one you've kept in your vehicle that is actually still warm. Once this one re-warms, you'll be good to go. David from Arizona asks, what if I charge the battery pack too long? Will it ruin the battery? The answer is you can't overcharge the battery. There's an onboard management system to prevent that problem. So if you forget to take the battery pack off the charger, don't worry. Our next question. I think the paint in my cartridge froze. What now? Well, allow the paint cartridge to warm back up to about 60 degrees, and then it'll be good to go and you can reuse it. Our next question. What do the lights mean on the charger? That's easy. When it's green, the battery is fully charged. When it's red, it is being charged. Brian from North Dakota says, my marks started off great, but now they're inconsistent when spraying. What can I do to fix it? Start off by removing your cartridge and shaking it for 30 seconds. This will redistribute the paint. Reinsert your cartridge and try spraying. If that does not work, check your tip. Make sure there's no dried paint on there. If there is, scrape it off. If you're still getting a bad spray out, take one of our provided spare tips and replace it. Here's our next question. I've installed the paint cartridge correctly, but when I pull the trigger, no paint comes out. Well, there are several causes of this, and I'll go over each. 1. Squeeze the trigger tightly against the handle to activate your tip. 2. Make sure that your battery has sufficient charge to operate the motor. 3. Make sure you haven't entered a fault mode. If you did, the motor is jamming because the paint cartridge is not correctly sealed. Pull the cartridge out, reseat it, and you should be good. The last one, number 4. Make sure there's no dried paint on your tip. If so, scrape it off and respray. If you're still not getting the mark you're looking for, replace that tip with one of the spares. I hear a loud whine from the motor, but nothing else is happening. Well, in this case, make sure your cartridge is fully seated on the motor pin. You can tell because the activator bar is resting horizontally on the top of the cartridge. If you see it raised up, you need to lift the cartridge up and rotate it just a little bit and drop it back down to get that bar to seat properly. Once done, you're good to go. Our last question is from Roger. He asks, what do I do if I install a new cartridge, pull the trigger, and the power shuts off? Could it be my battery? Well, Roger, thanks for the question. The good news is it is highly unlikely that it's your battery. What it very likely is what we call an electrical shutdown. Allow me to demonstrate what I mean. You've installed your cartridge, you've turned on your power, you've pulled the trigger. Flashes and quits working. Here's what you do to fix the problem. Remove your cartridge, take either your vehicle key or a common screwdriver, put it in the back, turn it 1-2 revolutions, reinstall your cartridge, disconnect the battery to reset it, turn your power back on, and there you go. Thank you all for submitting your questions and watching our Q&A video. For more information, please contact us at aervoe.com.